Alright guys, we're back with another cooking episode today. I'm going to show you how to take the turkey you harvested this spring and turn it into turkey burger. Right here I have my Ziploc bag with 2 turkey breasts. I just washed them up and I took this outer skin off. I would compare it to silver skin that you would see on deer meat when you're cleaning deer. And I took all of the sinew and fat out of these as well. And here I have just a pack of regular bacon that I'm going to grind in with this turkey. When you buy turkey burger from the store, a lot of it will read like 92.8, so it's a pretty lean ground. But I found that turkey is a little drier, like wild turkey is a little bit drier than store-bought turkey is. So I like to add a little bit more bacon in there and bring that fat up just to give it some moisture when you cook it. And now the first thing I'm going to do to get this grinder set up here is take the auger and the blade out and put just a little bit of cooking oil on both of those. So we'll wipe all ends of this down, even the part that goes back into the grinder here. Make sure this is all lubed up. We'll put this back into the grinder. After the auger's back in the grinder, I'm going to take this blade, oil it up a little bit so we don't get the meat sticking to it. Place it back on the auger. And take the plate, oil that up a bit on both sides here, put that back in as well. Then after that's all oiled up, you just take your end plate, screw that back in. I'll take the turkey meat I have here, I'm just going to set this on top of the grinder for right now, and the bacon pack. I just had these both in the freezer for a minute to get them to kind of like harden up a little bit. If the meat you're grinding is too warm, it tends to stick a lot. You want it to be as cool as possible, but not frozen at the same time. So I'm going to take my knife here and just start cutting up this turkey meat into smaller pieces and cut up the bacon a little bit as well and feed it through the grinder, mix in together at the same time. When you wash your turkey meat, it's important to get all the feathers off, obviously. And if you see any little blood spots on the turkey meat, that would indicate where a pellet might have gone in, if you ended up shooting it in the chest area at all. But you want to make sure to get all those spots out. Anything that's bloodshot, take that out. You don't want to get off-putting taste, or heaven forbid you find a pellet in your burger and chip a tooth. You don't want that either. So make sure that's all squared away before you start grinding. Today I'm using an outdoor edge knife. This is the Razor Elite 3.5 inch. I'm a huge fan of these outdoor edge knives with the replaceable blades. They make your job really easy when you're doing any butchering or cutting of meat. I like to use them for skinning deer. Pretty much anything you use your regular skinning knife or pocket knife for, you can use this for. And the nice part about them is that they hold a really good edge for being a replaceable razor blade. And even when they get dull, you just pop them out, throw a new blade in there. And they are relatively inexpensive as well, so that's another nice point. You don't have to waste time sharpening your knife or worrying about it getting dull on you in the field, and you can just take a couple replacement blades, toss them in your pocket. They're not very big, they come in their own cases, and they're really nice to use. Right now I'm just mixing this bacon in with this meat here. Take my knife out, get this all mixed together, and get ready to grind. You can also use regular pork fat or beef fat for these. I just grabbed a pack of bacon because it's just easy to do. But those other 2 types will work as well. And it really comes down to a lot of preference on this kind of thing. If you're accustomed to making any burger before, then go ahead and use whatever you've previously used. It'll work just fine with this. Picked up these bins at Walmart, I think last year maybe, but these bins work really nice. They're just like a small plastic bin for grinding meat into or keeping meat in when you're processing a lot of meat. You can even marinate your jerky or do different things like that. And they're small enough that they fit really nice in your fridge as well. I'm going to turn the grinder on and we're going to get moving on this. Just that quick, we're done. I'm going to go ahead and give this another mix with my hands here just to make sure that bacon gets in there. Gets mixed in. You don't want a big piece of bacon just in the middle of the turkey, in your turkey burger. Get that mixed in. Alright. Clean my hands off a little bit and get on to seasoning this. Next I'm going to take this ground that came out of the machine here and I'm going to season it with a little bit of ground black pepper, some regular table salt, a little bit of garlic powder, and finally some onion powder. These are the just like the 4 seasonings and spices, whatever you want to call them, that I like to use when I'm doing any type of burger. Just gives a nice flavor to it. I'm sure if you already have a burger seasoning that you really prefer, it would go great with ground turkey, just like any other burger that you make. Then, after the seasonings are on there, I'm going to go ahead and give that one good mix. Make sure all the seasonings get mixed into the meat so there's not a concentration in any spot, because that probably wouldn't be too enjoyable while you're eating it. I'd like to point out another thing is that it's really important when you're cleaning your turkey meat before cutting it and grinding it to really make sure you pat it dry after you're cleaning it with water, because I kind of ran into this the first time I ever made wild ground turkey meat, was that it got really wet in the grinder from all the excess moisture from cleaning it, which kind of made a mess. And then when I went to go put the burgers together, they really didn't stick very well together. They cooked fine once you started cooking them, but it was very, very hard to make the burger patties out of them. And once you have your seasonings mixed in, all that's left to do is make some patties out, cook some if you want, or in my case right now, I'm going to go ahead and vacuum seal most of it with my food saver here and make a few patties for dinner tonight. With these vacuum sealers, I can't recommend these enough. They're absolutely wonderful when you're doing a lot of hunting and then eating your game that you kill or catch. I picked this food saver up at Walmart. I think most major retail stores you can find one of these. This was like a medium level one. They had one that was bigger and they had some that were smaller, but overall worth every penny. You want to take these and kind of already, this sucks air out of these bags and seals them, but you want to already go ahead and press as much air out of the bag as you can so you don't get any pockets in it. Alright guys, we got the grill warmed up now. Got it cleaned off a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and make some patties out of this meat here that we just ground up. Get them on the grill. Alright guys, now I'm only going to cook these for about 10 minutes or so. You don't want to overcook them. They can get pretty dry on you if you do that. But poke into one here. They're looking like they're about done. I'm going to go ahead and throw the cheese on them, set them up top, and let that cheese melt on them for a little bit. And once you get that cheese melted, go ahead and get ready to take them off and get them on the bun. There you have it. Some nice turkey burgers. I'll catch you next time, guys.